안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to a brand new week on the Culture Wave. I'm Kwon So-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-heritage, K-content, K-everything. And we'll do all of that together with our Monday co-host, Walter Lee. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and hello, everyone at home. Walter Lee here to give you your daily dose of K-Enter news, so stick around.
And we're also joined by Arirang News culture correspondent Song Yujin. Welcome, Yujin.
Hello, Eugene.
Happy Monday, so happy Monday, Walter, and happy Monday to all the viewers of the Culture Wave. I'm Song Yujin, Arirang News culture correspondent.
Yujin, I'm personally very excited about today's topic because it's about cultural exchange between two countries, Korea, and also a country that has special meaning to me, which is Germany.
Right, so I recently found out that Korean cultural treasures are making a surprise appearance in Germany with the keyword of happiness, which everybody can relate to and want. And so they're currently on display in Dresden, which is also known as the cultural center of Germany. First, take a look. This gold crown and belt from Korea's 5th century Silla dynasty are making a rare visit to Germany for the first time in over 60 years. These national treasures are part of the 100 Ideas of Happiness, or Treasures from Korea, an exhibition at Dresden Royal Palace, a result of years of collaboration between the National Museum of Korea and Staatlichen Kunstsammlungen Dresden, one of the most prestigious museum networks in the world. The partnership began in 2017 when SKD showcased its prize collections to Korea. Now, the favor is being returned with over 180 objects spanning from the Three Kingdoms period to the Joseon dynasty making their way to Germany. Claudia Brink and Paek So-jin are the curators.
We start with works coming from the 5th and 6th century up to the 19th and 20th century, and also lots of genres. So we have sculpture, we have metalwork, goldsmith work, precious objects, paintings, calligraphy.
From my field, that this opportunity to present the Korean heritage in this volume, it's impossible. We had this kind of like a comparable size of exhibition in 1999 in Essen, and that was kind of like the last biggest exhibition in Germany.
Though these artifacts differ in shape, size, and era, they share a common theme: happiness.
Figurative earthenware from the Three Kingdoms period reflects wishes for a good afterlife. The Korean folding screen from the Grazi Museum of Ethnology in Leipzig, 100 Signs of Happiness in Long Life, captures traditional Korean ideas of joy and fortune. We wanted to introduce Korean cultural heritage and also share a message of hope and resilience.
This isn't just East meets West. It's a bridge between cultures told through a story that never gets old. And in times like these, who couldn't use a little extra happiness?
Right, everyone could use some little extra happiness and even better with an exhibition with happiness at its heart. But Yujin, in your report you mentioned that this is the largest Korean cultural exhibition to take place in Germany in well over 2 decades. So tell us more about the significance.
Well, I first want to mention the historical significance of the venue, which is the Dresden Royal Palace. So this palace was nearly destroyed during the Second World War, but has since then been beautifully restored. So according to curator Kim of the National Museum of Korea, the fact that Korean culture is now being showcased in a space so cherished across Europe is a sign of just how far Korean culture has come. So it's truly spreading its wings across the continent. And to tell you more about the exhibition itself, once again, it'll run until August 10th. And I want to mention that a lot of events are planned along the way. One highlight could be the Korean Week between May 26th and June 1st. And during this time, visitors will be able to try on the traditional Korean attire hanbok and also watch a Korean-themed modern art performance. So if you're planning to visit the exhibition in person, it's open every day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. except every Tuesdays.
And Eugene, I hear this exhibition isn't the only cultural moment where Schiller's Golden Crown is making an impression.
You're right. So if you found the Golden Crown and the Golden Waist Belt that was featured at the very first part of my report interviewing, then I would recommend you checking out Blackpink Jennie's music video for her recent track titled Zen. So this music video was released in late January, and it features a dazzling costume inspired by the Schiller Gold Crown, which is what you're seeing on the screen right now. So the designer of this outfit says the outfit includes over 1,000 handcrafted metal embellishments, which is a bold fusion of heritage and modern style meant to really highlight Jennie's unique charisma and also connect past and present through fashion.
Wow, it is a stunning reinterpretation of tradition, and I just love it when celebrities that have a big global impact do incorporate these traditional cultural aspects in their work. And we love it when you have these interesting stories for us, Eugene. We'll see you next time.
Well,
Thank
I'm
you.
glad that you liked it. Thank you.
Thank you, Eugene.
And now it's time for our daily dose of K-Enter News with Walter Lee. Walter, starting off with some big news regarding NJZ or NewJeans, but not necessarily big as in positive news for their fans, right?
That's correct. Now, NewJeans or NJZ, JZ, whatever, Z, whatever, have come back into the spotlight again, performing at a concert in Hong Kong. However, it might not be the ending that fans wanted. Now, on Sunday, after their set at the Asia World Expo in Hong Kong, NewJeans announced to the crowd that the performance might be their last for a while, adding that they have decided to suspend all activities due to a compliance with the court ruling here in South Korea. Now, in a controversial move by the group, the venue displayed the name NJZ instead of NewJeans on the stage, and official merchandise as well was sold under the NJZ name. Now, also, Adore had sent staff to Hong Kong in an attempt to support the members as they're still under contract, and that's their agency, but they could not reportedly meet with NewJeans or NJZ members on the site of the concert.
It sounds like an uncomfortable situation. But Walter, let's go back to what's happening here in Korea regarding the court case. So what exactly has the court ruled on? And also, did the girl group have anything to say in regards to that?
Yes. So on Friday, the Seoul Central District Court accepted Adore's side of the injunction request against all 5 members of the group, NewJeans, preventing them from engaging in independent activities such as signing advertising deals or contracts without the agency's consent. Now, as a result, NewJeans cannot operate independently until the first trial of the main lawsuit is concluded. Now, as a protest against the lawsuit, all members have expressed their determination not to return to Adore, even if this means that they are, not going to do their scheduled activities under the agency's name. Now, on Saturday, the group did share their disappointment over the court's decision in the interview with Time magazine, making remarks that seem to criticize the ruling. Their comments include references to Korean society and imply that they were being portrayed as revolutionaries, which sparked a lot of online controversy. Now, a court hearing is scheduled for April 3rd for the members to appeal their injunction.
And you're going to update us on these developments. But now on a lighter note, we have news on boy group NCT Wish.
Yes, so over the weekend, NCT Wish, which is actually the Japanese subgroup of NCT, wrapped up their Seoul leg of their Asian tour titled 2025 NCT Wish Asia Tour Log in Seoul, which was held in the Olympic Hall Gymnasium in Seoul, with all 3 shows completely sold out. Not only that, the concerts were also live streamed, allowing fans from around the world to join in with the experience. Now, following this, at midnight on Monday, they released some additional teaser content on their official social media channels, promoting their new further music coming out, and that will be very soon. Now, NCT Wish will continue their Asia tour with stops in Macau, Manila, Hong Kong, Singapore, Taipei, Jakarta, and also Bangkok.
Great. Thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
I will do.
And now let's take a look at what our AI anchor Adi has on the agenda today. Adi?
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. Dozens of wildfires that have swept across multiple regions in Korea in recent days have caused damage to 3 national heritage sites so far. The Cultural Heritage Service reports that the 900-year-old Hadong Duyangni Ginkgo tree in Sancheongun County, Gyeongsangnam-do Province, was partially burned in the fire. In the same province, 2 annex buildings near the Cultural Heritage Site, Dubangje, which houses the portrait of General Kang Min-cheom from the Goryeo Dynasty, were completely destroyed. In Cheongseon, Gangwon-do Province, parts of the historic scenic site Baegunsan Chiljonmyeong were damaged. Efforts to fully contain the blaze in the southeastern regions are ongoing but are being hindered by unfavorable weather conditions. An exhibition exploring the possibilities and limitations of generative AI and its impact on art is now open. The Koreana Museum of Art in Seoul is showcasing a thematic exhibition titled Synthetic Fever, which examines the potential and constraints of generative AI, alongside the excitement and fears it provokes, through the perspectives of 9 contemporary artists. It highlights how AI technology is reshaping the concepts of art and creativity, while also revealing its complex impact on societies. The exhibition runs until June 28th. The annual Everland Tulip Festival has kicked off, welcoming visitors to a vibrant spring experience with over 1 million flowers from over 100 species, including tulips, daffodils, and muscari. Everland operator Samsung C&T Corporation says this year's festival offers an expanded lineup of globally popular Sanrio character-themed content for an immersive experience. The festival's main venue, the 10,000 square meter Four Seasons Garden, showcases a dazzling array of spring blooms alongside 11 interactive experience zones. Visitors can also experience the festival's signature daytime and nighttime performances, including captivating carnival parades and circus shows. That's all from me. Keep it tuned to the Culture Wave.
이리저리 치고 또 망가져
Recently, global video streaming platforms have been raising their production costs dramatically, affecting the content industry around the world, including Korea. Will these higher costs lead to significantly improved content quality or just become a bigger burden to content makers and users? Let's discuss this issue with culture critic Professor Ji Hae-won at Kyunghee University. Welcome, Professor Ji.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, good afternoon.
So, Professor Ji, let's begin with a recent high-cost budget drama, which is 폭삭 속았수다 in Korean, or 제주 in Jeju language, I could also say, or When Life Gives You Tangerines in English.
Right.
So this is a Netflix series, but how big of a budget are we talking about here?
Right, just as you mentioned, Netflix has newly launched the series When Life Gives You a Tangerine, 폭삭 속았수다. Actually meaning you've worked hard in Jeju language. So starring IU, Park Bo-gum, Moon-soori, and Park Hae-jun has ranked second on Netflix's list of global top 10 non-English shows. And it also made Netflix's list of the 10 most watched shows in 41 countries, including Brazil, Chile, and Mexico. So it is announced that this series has a production cost of around 60 billion won, which is $42 million for 16 episodes. So it was made with a large budget to bring together top creators in the industry, written by Im Sang-chun, who also wrote When the Camellia Blooms, 동백꽃 필 무렵, and directed by Kim Won-seok, who directed Signal and My Mister, 나의 아저씨. So the series is a life story about Ae-sun and Kwan-sik, who were born in Jeju-do in the 1950s. So the background of this series is Jeju, 도동리, a small village, the small fishing village, but the filming took place in the set in a 경북 안동시, not in 제주시. So the production actually spent a lot for building up a huge set and the historic atmosphere.
That's why it looks so real.
Right.
And you would just think that it's actually all set in Jeju-do Island.
Right, that's right.
And Professor, I'm sure you're probably going to mention Squid Game here, but what other Korean dramas were big big budget productions, and how did they turn out? Were they all successful?
Actually, the Squid Game 1 costed 28 billion won to produce, and however, in the season 2, the production cost was roughly 100 billion won, which is almost 4 times that of the season 1. But the foreign media evaluation of the second series reflected the mixed point. Another recent K-drama, When the Stars Gossip, 별들에게 물어봐, had a production budget of 50 billion won. But the show developed over 5 years and featured cutting-edge computer graphics because it is a story in the universe. But the series faced criticism for its direction and script, falling short of the high expectations placed on it. But the Disney Plus's movie spent 68 billion won budget filming for 11 months, and it was a massive hit, and will have a second season very soon. Also, Queen of Tears, 눈물의 여왕, also had a budget of 57 billion won. So as we can see, the production cost doesn't always guarantee the success, but the cost of producing K-dramas has been continuously increasing.
So, Professor Ji, what is the reason behind these rising costs? And also, how is the growing investment in Korean productions from global companies or global producers affecting the domestic landscape when it comes to productions?
Right, the average production cost of the K-drama, at least 1 billion won per episode. But just 5 years ago, in 2020, the average cost per episode was around 500 million won. So the production cost of a K-drama has increased due to competition from global streaming platforms such as Netflix and Disney Plus. And those global platforms have contributed to inflating the fees of popular actors, making it challenging for local production companies and broadcasters to afford those fees. So the Korean drama industry is facing concerns of construction due to sharp increase in production costs and actor fees, and coupled with a downturn in the advertising market as well. So these has led broadcasters and local streaming platforms to reduce the number of the dramas they produce. However, global streaming platforms like Netflix and Disney Plus either maintain or increase their output.
You said yourself, Professor, that big productions don't always equal success, but spending more money on a production surely contributes higher quality, more special effects, etc. But do you think it's really necessary, and what's your assessment on that?
Yeah, actually, after Netflix began the Korean service in 2016, the domestic drama market reconstructed actually around the OTT platforms. Following the success of Kingdom, Sweet Home, or Squid Game. So these platforms allowed for bold experiments in genres like zombie and the creature and the science fiction, but those genres were actually traditional TV networks had avoided due to their high production cost. However, as I mentioned earlier, high production cost doesn't guarantee the success. So as we witness many high cost K-dramas struggled in terms of those rating success and critical acclaims as well. So a high budget could have enhanced visual spectacles, of course, and production quality. But I don't think it ensures entertainment solely through those aspects. For instance, Disney Plus's successful series Moving, I believe the audience rather liked its unique storytelling and compelling the characters, not only the visual effects.
And Professor T, you also touched upon the actors before, but let's talk about the skyrocketing actor salaries, which actually play a major part in production costs. Right. So how are big budgets for these superstars affecting production companies' budget allocations, also when it comes to staff members, also the staff pay levels?
That's right. The significant rise in appearance fees of top stars is identified as a major factor driving up the production cost, with some actors commanding up to 1 billion won per episode. So it's because considering investment or global distributions, the production practices would center on famous stars like Hallyu star, Korean wave stars. So on the other hand, compared to the increase in actor guarantee, the working conditions and salary level of the staff are still relatively poor. So some producers actually said that while the industry has grown, only a few actors reap the benefits.
I see. Well, but this comes to our final question now. What about underfunded video streaming services or production companies? How would they keep up the competitiveness in the Korean drama industry?
In the Korean drama market, where the production companies have good enough skills through diverse experience, but face limited platforms to fully showcase their talents, so the localization strategy would become a solution. So localization series in international countries. So as the competition in domestic market is getting intense, some of the Korean production companies are trying to expand their business to the global by making partnership and producing international series with the partners. For instance, Studio Dragon co-produced Apple TV's The Big Door Prize with American production company Skydance, and CJ E&M acquired the renowned U.S. production company Never Content, rebranding it as a 5th season, and has since produced American drama like Tokyo Vice and the Sea Dark Days for local platforms. So I believe the crucial aspect of the drama is the strength of its narrative, not just the stars or visual effects.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Z, for your insights today. And I wish you a great rest of the week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to see you next time as well.
See you next time.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave for your daily dose of K-culture issues. Thanks for watching.